Welcome to Casual Crafting, as I continue building the Wing Gundam XXXG-01W. Well, as you can see, we already have done the main body, the upper body, and the two arms. The last part I did was the upper body. Now let's see what's next. Well, it looks like it's the waist. Yep, it says the waist. But I'm thinking of doing the legs first. It's just a preference. Let's get on with it. Looking at the leg instructions, well, that's starting with the right leg. It looks like E is the tray with all the action. So let's start snipping the E tray. And what do we have here? E15, 11, 20, 10, and 13. Alright, where are you? Okay, that's two halves, 13 and 15. Alright, and we'll start up here. So this gray looks like it's gonna be on the inside of the leg. Alright, so this is what we call inner frame parts. E11, 10, 10, 11, 20. Alright, where are you now? 10, 11. Okay, it's up here. Mm, 20 being right here. And looks there's a PCI. So let's get our little polycap tray. PCI, there we go. It's kind of a ball shaped thingy. There we go. And let's do some cleanup as usual. Carefully cut towards the part, and that wasn't a very clean cut at all. I would like to invite you to support my channel by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Well, honestly, we probably don't need that much cleaning on this part, because it should not be a visible part. But hey, you know, professional reasons. We do the touch-up because we know it should be done. All right, and that looks like we have all these parts done up. And let's put together this first assembly in 8-1. Alright, so we're going to find the half with the protrusion. There we go, there we go, there we go. And PC1, the round thing, goes apparently in here at an angle. And yes, right there's some kind of a groove there. So it goes into the groove. Then we got this leggy part. And we again got to find the half with the what we call female part, right? The part where the other part goes in. Okay, so this thingy goes this way, goes into this hole, and this hook thingy goes here. This hook thing seems to go into this point here. Okay, then we close this up. We got a tight squeeze. Okay, I see that, right? So you see this is a kind of thing that goes up and down for the leg. And it's probably an, well, we'll see what this connects to at some point. Okay, and then we have this outer housing that closes up over the PC1. Okay, so let's see here. Put this in and give it a nice squeeze. Right, looks pretty nice, right? It's fairly somewhat seamless. We could maybe get some line action on top, so not that seamless, but shouldn't be visible in the schema. Well, actually this is going to be visible because this is the top of the leg, which is not covered by armor. Now let's give it a hefty squeeze. I guess it's that PCI part, the rubber, that's probably just not compressing enough. Okay, anyway, that's PC1 for now. And moving on to 8-2, more E parts. And it looks like some big E parts now. Well, get the PC off it. We need PC, but not right now. Okay, so we have to first keep this knife from rolling around. Yeah, okay. E2 and now you can see E4 and E6. So E2. E4, that's below. E6. And a whole bunch of PC parts. Oh, let's put this knife really to the side. Okay. For CDM. Okay, so we're gonna cut C. D. And M. M, I'm just going to flip him over because it's a bit awkward to click that way. Okay, and move the parts to the side. Okay. You know, these inner frame parts have shown quite a bit of detail. I guess that's being master grade, right? You do it because they can, even though all this detail will be covered up later by the armor parts. But I suppose some people, more advanced modelers, right, may want to do battle damage or other more intricate scenes where they may want to expose the inner frame, and when you do that, at least you have something for people to see. And I guess that's partly why you pay extra for higher end models. And this is going to be quite clearly also a hidden part on the inside, which is not going to be visible. But again, I'm giving it some precision treatment, just for the sake of quality. So, quite clearly, one could do this a lot faster, right? If you don't care so much about the fine details. And therefore, this kind of hobby is definitely something you have to decide for yourself what you want to make out of it. Honestly speaking, if you didn't want to take this much time as I am, as long as you're happy with the outcomes, it's perfectly fine, right? In the end, it is your toy, your effort. And if you're happy with it, I think that really counts for a lot. So trimming the polycaps, and polycaps are a lot easier to trim, and there's no real touch-ups needed for these polycap parts. Although it's good to have a clean cut still, right? Because then they have to fit somewhere. If the cut isn't clean, you may have some problems with fit. And these are in the end all precision cut parts in some sense, right? So you don't mess it around. Okay, so we have that done. So let's move on with this leggy part. Okay, so you want us to use this part right there, and we want this there, and this goes into the hole up there. Okay, so we do that. Okay, the rectangle thingy goes into this slot. Man, this knife is not disciplined. You know what? I am going to cap this knife because it's not behaving. So cap this, put away. Okay, now that's going to stay. Okay, so this goes into a slot right here. This, okay, so this is showing me that the flat side is facing forward. And where on earth is this going? It looks like it's going here. Here there's a kind of a slot here. So let me see if we can get it in that slot. Okay, so we see on the back there's a round and this flat side facing out, and the dome thingy goes into the slot below. Alright. And it looks like I need a second D. Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna cut the second D out. So second D. Just gonna quickly cut out. So polycaps, because it's rubber, it doesn't fly around. So it's, I don't really need to have my I guess scrap bin next to me. So I'm just gonna quickly, so you can pick this up and toss it into the bin off screen. Okay, so this guy, flat side again, right? There's a flat side and there's a round side. The flat side is gonna face upwards apparently. So let's put him in. And this thing, okay, so there's a protrusion here, so it looks like a slot. There's a slot below, so we're going to slide this into the slot. Yep, so all these moving parts apparently. And I guess one thing to be aware of is these kind of moving parts are parts that will wear and tear over time. Okay, so this is a problem on this side. You know why? Because I really need to push this in. So there's a big gap here. I need to push in this leg part much more. Okay. Now we have to put this guy back in because we need to leave that protrusion facing out right there. Okay, so back you go. Line up the parts and give it a good squeeze. Right, and you can see this part is need to move up and down, and it's sliding very smoothly now, so I'm hoping that this easy slide is supposed to be there, and this hook thing still moves up and down nicely, and there we go. Right, there's a knee, you can see the knee movement. Oh, so it's a double knee, right? So this allows you to fold the leg backwards. See that? This allows you a full knee bend. But don't try that with your real knee. It may not be healthy for you. And there we go. That's 8-2 of the leg. I think this is enough leg business for now. This is a good time for me to stop the build. And I hope you will join me next time as I continue building out the legs of the Wing Gundam.